Okay, we are recording.
All right. When last we left off, the wolf pack, in their efforts to fight both the tyranny of the Empire and the entity known as Demogorgon, who is currently trying to break anchors and be released from his prison, the pack returned to the Circle of Verdance Druid Circle and discovered that the Redfire twins' aunt, Ilrin Silver, the leader of the circle, had been manipulated through her trauma and grief over her lost sister, and possibly succumbed to the temptations of Demogorgon. They quickly set off after sightings of her on the Verdant Peninsula, only to find fiery specters made in her image that did not seem to respond to attempts to communicate. The pack pursued one such specter to the coastline, but had to retrieve their ship, the Rebel Yell, to continue the chase, as they could see multiple such entities converging far out in the Eastwater Sea. They slowed their pursuit on encountering a massive, miles-wide thunderstorm that Ilrin appeared to have summoned, which was quickly confirmed as dark chanting gave way to powerful thunder, and a deadly torrent of lightning fired deep into the depths of the ocean. Ilrin had seemingly hit her target as a massive dragon turtle with a stone structure atop its back soon surfaced from its underwater home. Ilrin was prepared to assault the dragon turtle and its temple, but the arrival of the wolf pack and a few Imperial airships delayed the attempt. However, she was soon able to make a crack in the fortifications and enter the temple proper, as the wolf pack and dragon turtle finished off the Imperial air patrol. The pack opted to use the arcane engine's gate function to deploy onto the surface of the dragon turtle, only to find the terrain quite dangerous, slick to traverse, and in the immediacy of opening the gate, quite warm and steamy. Uh, some of them had to duck for cover and avoid having their faces burnt. However, they advanced and began their entrance into the formerly sunken temple of Melandra, hoping to prevent whatever plan Ilrin was preparing to carry out inside against the anchor. Oh, we're getting Dross now. At least popped on Discord there. But that is where we're going to pick up as you guys are approaching the main door of this massive stone temple that is still the entire environment around you is very warm, almost like walking into a sauna at this point. It was explosively warm when you guys opened the gate, just because of a massive shift in air pressure. But now it's just incredibly, you know, humid, muggy. For the most part, it would probably be nice if it wasn't on the back of a dragon turtle, but it's not a pleasant place to be, especially some of you who are, wearing some thicker armor and things like that. But you're on the back of this turtle. Some of you seemingly found your footing. Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
You said we opened the door to the temple, right?
Yep, the door is open and right in front of you.
How hot is how inhospitable is the back of this thing? Because I also have a level of exhaustion. I'm assuming that was from the steam, right?
I believe it was, yeah, because it was a very rapid blast of steam. It's not now that the air pressure shift and you guys are in here. It's uncomfortable and you're not enjoying yourself, but you don't think it's probably going to make you don't think it's going to get worse at this point.
Uh,
It's hot in here.
Let's see, how far are they away from us right now?
Well, Ilrin got a good couple minute head start on you into the building at this point, so you don't know how far inside she's made it, um, or even what the interior of the building looks like just yet, as you guys are just starting to enter, up the paving stones essentially. And as you guys are, coming up to this massive front door that is cracked open, water is leaking out of just every surface on here. Um, the building, since it was submerged, would have been completely filled with water. So it's still, even though it's been raised at this point, there's still quite a bit of water that's leaking out. So not quite treacherous enough yet on these steps, at least, but certainly not the most stable of footing with running water on them. But as you guys push into the front door and enter the first floor of this temple, the interior of the first floor looks like it was once carved of fine marble and stone. There's massive columns holding up most of the upper structure, different alcoves in certain spots that were most likely used for religious iconography and things like that. But centuries of life at the bottom of the ocean looks like has eroded much of what would have been an ornate filigree. Uh, Most of these columns, floors, and walls are covered in what's clearly aquatic underwater life. Sea stars and sponges being used as decorations in certain spots. Bioluminescent algae in certain areas that look almost strategically placed, like they're being used as lighting by certain creatures that maybe don't see in the dark as well. Uh, they seem to be giving off, even now, a decent amount of ambient light. Uh, Pieces of stone that look like they, maybe have had chunks that just fully eroded and then were repaired and replaced with bright colored coral that completely contrasts against the gray marble and stone. And then you can even see in certain parts barnacles and some wary crustaceans hiding in the darker hidden recesses and corners here. What iconography that you are able to see as you're moving in here looks like it was depicting nature scenes, mostly forests and plains and mountains and things that you typically would associate with nature, but also some depicting creatures of the sea. Uh, there's one looks like what was once a mural that depicted an underwater, almost like a fresco. Multiple different creatures, living in harmony underwater. Although in certain parts, it looks like people have pinned actual like sea creatures to them, and their skeletons are now part of the fresco. So, almost covering up, artistic renderings of fish with actual dead fish. Very interesting and macabre sort of homage to it. But that's not really what catches your eye as you move into this first floor of the temple. What really catches it would be all of the various creatures along the floor of it. Various aquatic creatures gasping for air. Looks like there was quite a few fish, crustaceans, and even in one part a shark that looked like they were traversing the interior of this temple when it was very suddenly surfaced. Some of them kind of flopping, just trying to get just enough water to continue breathing in this now very inhospitable terrain for them. But that's also not what catches your eye, for there's bigger creatures that definitely do. Some that appear much more humanoid in shape. Two different kinds of large fishmen. That one looking much more much more like a traditional fish that has now sprouted legs and arms, and as well as a type that looks more like like a solid hybrid between the two, where it is very much aquatic and amphibious in nature, but just in the humanoid shape. I'm gonna have everyone here except Finn. Finn did not grow up. Oh, no, the twins wouldn't know, and Finn wouldn't know. So the other three, go ahead and roll history checks for me.
Oh, I'm good at history.
And more importantly, you've sailed
I
on a ship
told
to
you.
get here.
That's true.
Yeah, Tez and Loki, you have enough time out in the wilds and living on coastlines, and Tez, you've spent some time on a ship, and there were actually it's not exactly an easy journey from Rook Island to the Empire, so you did
No.
see some underwater denizens that tried to attack, not necessarily your vessel, but other vessels in the convoy you were in. You're able to identify the two different kinds here. The ones that are more humanoid in shape are Sahuagin. I think I'm saying that correctly. Uh, they look a little more like bipedal in nature, just very fishy in aesthetic. And then there's the Kuotoa, which are they look a lot more like actual fish that just also happen to have legs and arms. Like their heads are hunched forward and very fish-eyed. Like I honestly probably should have grabbed pictures if you aren't aware what they are, but if you Google Kuotoa, you're going to understand exactly what I mean by they are actual fishmen. But there's various ones here spread out. Some look barely alive. They are trying to, you're not sure if it's necessarily because they're of the rapid resurfacing like this. To your knowledge, they are able to breathe above water for limited periods of time. So theoretically, they should be fine. But maybe the rapid ascent was enough to mess with them a little bit. Most of them look like they have been severely wounded if they're not already dead. And there's you can even see like the water around here. It's just about ankle deep in places. Most of that water around them is stained heavily red as they've been bleeding out.
Oh, those are Sawaga and Kuatoa. They're bleeding.
Are they all like you said? They're all just laying around.
Yeah, there's a few that are still alive, trying to move a little bit and get some semblance of air, maybe trying to stand up, but the vast majority there's in this room alone that you're able to see between the two races probably 20 to 30 somewhere in that ballpark. Could be more than less than 10 look like they're still moving. The rest look like they're dead.
And we think like your Aunt Crazy Pants killed all these ones, right?
Certainly possible.
Or the ones that are starting to get up, like how much are they struggling? Are they like about to get up? Do we need to like finish them off, or
Uh,
you want to just step around them?
give me an insight check. Five. Hard to tell at this point. You're not fully aware of their physiology, and without inspecting to see how wounded exactly, or getting a lot closer to them, hard to see exactly how wounded. They haven't stood up and tried to oppose you guys yet, so you might have an opportunity to get by them without too much resistance or anything like that. But you're not
Hey
sure if that
Tez, you seem to know these fish things. Are these guys like hostile?
I don't know. They look like they're half dead.
on your 21 history check, you know that they're typically hostile in their territory.
Oh, yes, usually.
And in fact, it says with that 21, it's even a little weird that you're finding both races here at the same time. They're usually very antagonistic to each other as well. They don't get along with other races in general.
Oh, yeah. So it's weird that they're together here in general. They don't like anyone.
Weird.
So yeah, you could take the time to finish them all off. Again, there's less than 10. It would take you guys a round just to finish off the ones that are barely alive, but you also have the potential to just move past them and ignore them.
I think we
We
should just
really
go.
don't.
Let's move on.
We really don't want these things behind us, though, right?
I don't know if they can live in this. I just kind of gesture.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. They are fish people. All right.
we can move on and just, keep an eye on them in case they do wind up trying to attack us or anything like that. But, unless they attack
They'd
us,
probably
probably just leave them be.
they'd probably be real weak if they did.
All right, so you guys are moving on past them.
Sounds like it.
Okay. One of them is going to try and take a swipe. He's just barely standing up, and he is going to swipe at Tez.
Yep, that was what I was afraid of.
Yeah, he's as you guys kind of move past, like for the most part, these guys are on the ground, like bleeding out, just trying. One of them like gets just enough impetus to like sees Tez walk right by him, tries to hamstring him, which it's gonna be 14 to hit Tez.
It was a miss.
Yeah, you hear the movement. You hear the splash of the water as this thing lifted its spear maybe like 6 inches out of it and then just tried to thrust and collapses back into the water with barely any energy and, to be able to do this.
Good grief. Maybe we should kill them.
I take the dodge action as we move things through here. And if one
Fair
of us
enough.
one of them hits us, then we'll kill it. At least that's my plan. Anybody else opposed to that? On board with it?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Good for me.
The rest, you guys are able to fairly easily navigate through them and they don't give you any other trouble at that point. You move farther into the chamber, and towards the back, you're able to see what looks like the room splits into 2 sets of staircases on each end that kind of wrap up and around, and then meet up at another central staircase, in going reverse. So, like, on the second level, the staircase is going towards you guys, to finish getting to the second level. But at the base of the staircase, you see what looks like 12 armored individuals who are all lying in various states on the ground, very clearly killed. The armor that they're wearing looks to be fairly ornate, very well kept, like gilded brass, which you'd expect metal down here to be, any kind of metal down here for any significant amount of time to be rusted, but all of their armor is very well polished and well kept. A few of them even have like epaulets and, bits where you'd expect feathers to be. There's pieces of like kelp and algae used instead. All of them missing pieces, like body pieces, various just looks like something ripped through them. But you're able to see a couple of their faces and, parts of their physiology. Blue-skinned individuals, much more humanoid than the Sahagwan that you just encountered. In fact, some of you have had experience with this particular race. The Tritons, the like mermen, essentially. Some of you, if you remember, there was a gangster all the way back in Corda that was of this persuasion.
I remember that
But
dude.
there looks to be about a dozen of these guys, and every single one of them has been slaughtered to a man. Definitely not in a peaceful manner either.
Mm.
In fact, there's almost something mildly familiar about how they've been torn apart. It's... I'm going to have everybody give me an insight check here. All right. Those of you who got above a 10, well, actually, let's start with Tez, because it's very ironic that Tez did not roll high enough for this. Tez, you look over this and you're just like, huh, nice handiwork. This was very well done.
Oh.
Everyone else rolled above a 10. You all, there's something really, like, just the brutality in it seems really familiar, and Tyler, it especially clicks for you. This is typically what it looks like when Tez is done with bodies. The rage inherent in whatever attacked these guys is potent, to be certain. There was no like calm, technical skill to this combat. It was just pure rage and fury made manifest on them, and they came out lesser for it.
Oh, well done.
Someone was not happy.
Whoever took care of these guys did a great job.
Yeah, it's very
I couldn't have
Tez-esque.
done it better myself.
Hmm.
But there is a clear path up to the next level via 2 different staircases.
Real quick, are these super recent?
Give me a medicine check, real quick one. Yeah, still actively bleeding, but all of them died in the last like couple minutes.
She was just here.
Makes sense. I mean, she wasn't that far ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm picking up my pace like a little bit.
All right, you guys pick up your pace and start heading up the staircase there. You make it to the next, or start ascending to the second level there, and as soon as you start going up the main staircase to it, you hear what sounds like combat up on the second level. And as you get just enough up the staircase to kind of peek over and get a look at what's going on there, it's a little confusing. You do see other Sahagwin and Kuotoa that are upright and look worse for wear at this point. Like, they don't look fully healthy. A couple of them with blast marks and spear stabs, bleeding cuts on their arms and things. And you also see farther down the hall, one of the fiery shapes that you've come, is one of the like specters here of Ilrin. But it doesn't look like that this specter is fighting them right now. It looks like she just was and is leaving. But the sounds of fighting that you're hearing are coming from the 2 different races now fighting each other in the way of the path that you're trying to get to. As you can clearly see at the other end of this hall, another staircase leading up. What would you like to do?
How many are there?
In this room, little over a dozen, kind of split down evenly. Doesn't look like any of them have fully died yet, although there's probably a couple that look way worse for wear, like they're about to keel over. All of them upright and in fighting condition, though.
Are they in our way?
They are.
Well,
Do we fight our way through, or do we just book it?
I mean, they're upright enough. Like, I feel like if we just try
Yeah.
to run through, they're gonna take a swing. So,
Let's just ask if we can walk by.
Very nicely.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I guess I'll start shooting at them.
All right, whoever is wanting to kick off attacks, give me attack rolls.
Yeah,
I don't have disadvantage on attack rolls, right? Just ability checks.
Correct.
Or do attack rolls count?
They do not. They do not account as
as exhausted.
Ability check. Yeah, no, I believe with how exhaustion works, it's you level 1's just ability checks, 2 is speed have, 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saves. So, just abilities for now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to roll 4. Ignore that last one. The first 3 were legit though.
All 3 of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Taylor, you line up your first arrow and let loose, and just something about it, like they end up slipping just a little bit, and the arrow goes wide. Tyler, as you run up with Thorn Whip on them, that hits as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh wait, I get 2 shots, right?
You do get 2 shots.
That's a little better.
That's a lot better. Go ahead and roll damage. Loki, that hits as well. Go ahead and roll damage, and you get a second attack still.
And I'll just push whatever one I shot back 30 feet.
Can I rage?
You absolutely can rage.
I'm gonna rage.
Yeah. Finn, if you want to spread those out to multiple as well, you can. On your first one that damages, first one drops and did not have enough hit points to survive it.
Okay, then I'll just if the second one doesn't drop, I'll push it back 10 feet and then just shoot another random one that's closest to us and push it back 10 feet.
Second one does survive the first shot. Do you want to put the second shot on him as well?
No, I'll put it on the next closest one to it. I'll just push him back.
Okay. Yeah, you fire off a bunch of shots, pushing everyone back. One falls over completely dead, one very heavily wounded, and another looking a little worse for wear. Tyler, you run up to one of them that Finn had just shot and finish it off with a Thorn Whip. Loki, you go and immediately start carving through 2 different ones. And right as you're about to finish one of them off, Taylor's arrow stabs it right into the neck and kills it.
Oh!
And then Tez runs up and carves an absolutely bloody swath through them.
That felt good.
And with that, there are only 2 left, and both of them just kind of back up after seeing the, just swath of destruction you guys have done. They're basically hugging the walls, and if you guys want to go past without finishing them off, you absolutely can.
I don't think so. I'll walk up and smash one in the head.
And
I'll
Finn
shoot the other one.
Yep, both of those hit. All of that hits.
The 15 does too?
Yep.
Oof.
For reference, these guys are supposed to be, normally very low-level fighters, so...
Oh.
This is stuff that you guys would encounter, sub-level 5, usually.
Poor guys.
So yeah, you guys, between the 2 of you, finish off the last of them. All of them, just this whole floor, littered with bodies now. But the path forward, up to the next staircase is clear.
Come on, let's go.
Alright. You guys start heading that way. As you do, you end up hearing, before you even make it to the staircase, there's kind of a rumble somewhere farther up ahead, up above you, on an upper floor. And as you get to the staircase, it sounds like it might be the next floor. Something caused that kind of sound to happen. If it wasn't obvious, by the way, the layout of this building is very much like original Mario, Donkey Kong level layout. So zigzagging almost with the staircase. You make it to the next level, and right as you guys kind of do, there's another massive rumble, and you guys watch as chunks of the floor collapse, making the entire floor area of this level very pockmarked and hard to navigate. But it also means that all of the fishmen that were here fall to their deaths and die. However, it is now smaller terrain to walk across and also still very slick and wet. So, as you guys advance, I would like everybody to give me 2 dexterity saving throws.
Fuck yeah.
Can I use danger sense to go with the advantage?
Yeah.
Does that?
Yeah, you
Okay.
you can see in here, so
Nice. Oof. Did you say 2?
yep.
Bad. There we go.
All right, let's see. I only see Well, Finn, I don't think you don't have a disadvantage on dex saves right now, so it should be
I have one on all ability saves because I'm exhausted.
it's checks, not ability saves that
Oh,
you
is
have
it
it on.
not saves, just checks?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, saves isn't until level 3 of exhaustion.
Uh,
Oh, okay. Then one of mine is 22 instead of 15.
There you go.
here, I'll just re-roll
All right.
them. Oh, fuck. Oh, well.
Well, unfortunately, Finn, you're the only one that rolled or had a roll below 10. Would Finn prioritize staying on this level with everyone and like over taking damage? Essentially, you're slipping and falling. You can catch yourself and keep yourself up here, but you're probably going to cut yourself in the process. Or would you rather like try to land softly below? Find
Yeah, I would
something to
probably
land on
try to
below
keep from falling down.
there. Okay.
So,
If we're
Then
close enough to Loki, we would get that aura of protection on the save
Oh, that's
if
true.
that is effective here.
Yeah, it would be. And that would put you up. So yeah, you go and for the most part, you guys are all taking your time slowly traversing this, trying to make sure no one's falling through. And at the last second, there's a spot that it's just crumbly enough that Finn, as you put your foot on it, you go and you start trying to fall and go to try and catch yourself, knowing you're probably going to get hurt. And Loki immediately just goes and grabs forearm clasp, pulls you back onto safe ground without even
nice.
thinking, almost instinctively, having done it.
The floor's slick. Thanks.
No problem.
All right. But
You should be careful.
The floor has been traversed though, and you guys make it to the next staircase and start heading up. And what you see is yet another battleground. Even more Sahagwin and Kuotoa this time. Some already dead, most of them still upright and fighting. With what looks like one of the specters of Ilrin floating at the end of the hallway in front of a massive door, just kind of looking down at everything that's happening, with this battleground. But they are once again in your way.
Well, I'm assuming we're not going to try to sneak through this bigger crowd, right, guys?
I'm sick of these things. I'll just walk
Yeah,
up and
I'm fine
fucking
not killing
swing
them
it.
all again.
All right. Tez runs up and starts swinging. Anyone who is doing attacks, please go ahead and roll them. So far, every attack I've seen rolled has hit except for that 11 from Loki. But the 16 does hit. keep forgetting you guys are level 11, so seeing something like 31 should is normal.
Then same thing, Corey. I'll just target 3 different ones, like the 3 closest to us, and just push them all 3 back.
Okay. These ones look a little more rough in certain spots, so you're able to drop 2 of them fairly easily.
I just thought of something. Is there like a give and take here for me to keep my rage? Because nothing's hitting me. Get
Oddly
somebody to
enough, Tez, when you went into a rage going into this, you would have expected it to have fallen, dropped off after that first fight. There was a couple rounds where you weren't hitting anything. You don't feel that urge to where you don't feel that calm sense dropping in. It's
Oh, okay.
you're
I
just
feel great,
you're just still angry.
and I'm mad. Let's keep going.
Yeah, with the first round of attacks, you drop through a good chunk of them. Some of them are still fighting each other. Others stop and start looking at you guys or are getting ready to ready attacks. As certain ones fall dead, you watch as there's a bit of a flash of red energy, and a zip of energy goes up to that specter of Ilrin.
I'm going to change the direction of my attacks towards that specter for the next round that I start shooting.
I was going to say, yeah, next round. These ones all definitely still killed this. There are a couple of spears and things thrown your guys' way. Well, one of those is someone. Loki, does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You take 6 points of piercing damage. And Tez, does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay. You see a spear also kind of coming for you that you're just able to, easily dodge out of the way.
Not today.
And an interesting point, Drost, give me an Arcana check real quick.
Oh,
Dirty 20. You see something a little odd. As the spear goes flying at Tez, you're used to seeing Tez in combat by this point. He's a bit of a force of nature usually. He's already clearly in his rage and his battle focus, and advancing on this group, carving through them. A spear comes flying from the group, and you watch as he moves and dodges out of the way and just lets it fall behind him. But there's something a little different. When he does it, you're seeing almost like red after images when he does it. Like, you almost see him move in slow motion.
hey Taz, you all right?
Like he's got the glow.
You guys, none of you see a glow on him at the moment. But Drost definitely caught something going on.
Yeah. Wouldn't even really pay attention. I feel great. Do something, Drost. Sorry, I'm mad.
Are you? Yeah. Is it just when he's fighting, or like all the time?
It was just when he would. You've only noticed it the one time so far. You haven't noticed it when
Gotcha.
he was swinging his hammer any yet. But
Okay, so just that quick, that
Yeah.
short instant.
yeah,
Gotcha.
this is the first time you've seen it happen. You might be able to spot it if it's happening other
Mhm.
times. Now that you know what you're looking for, might show up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep a closer eye on Taz.
Okay. The last person in this room is going to cast a spell. you guys watch as all of the energy that is whipped up towards the Spectre of Ilrin coalesces into this red cloud of energy in her hands, and she throws it right at the group, in between the group of creatures and you guys. So unless some of you were on the stairs, like not in the hallway yet, it's gonna hit most of you. As there's a massive cloud of red fire and smoke that goes off, encompassing this whole area. And I need everybody, please make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, you all should still get the +3 from Loki as well. Which is gonna, some of you are gonna need it. Alright. Even with the +3, Finn, that's a failure. Drost, that's a failure. Everyone else... This cloud goes off, and
Oh,
the two of you that failed take 47 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
Those of you who succeeded take half as much.
You said it was a 47?
Yep, 47.
Oof.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, what if I have a ring of fire resistance on?
Have it.
Oh,
So down to 23.
I'm sorry. What was the save on that?
It was Dex save 17.
Okay.
And something I keep forgetting to ask, Tyler, or not, sorry, not Tyler, Taylor, is Kisa with you?
I'd say probably, but I don't remember her coming along with. So
Well,
I say
you
for
have a
this,
chance to choose and retcon now if you want.
yeah, I say for this, I'll leave her on the ship.
Shoot, I have a spell guard shield and get advantage on that save. Is it too late to re-roll that, or
No,
have
it's
to
go
take
ahead and
advantage?
re-roll. Yeah, if you should have had advantage, go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay.
That's better.
Oh,
You
Much
only
better.
you only take the half damage then, 23.
All right.
And if we have fire protection, it's halved even more.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, if you succeed and have
most of
fire
us have
protection,
fire
then it'll
protection.
be 12. So
I think most of us had fire protection at this point, right?
I
most
think
of you
so.
did. I think I want to
I
say
don't.
one or two of you. Yeah, I think one or two of you
I
got
do.
rid of yours.
I have a ring of fire resistance on.
Yeah, I have a ring
Have-
of fire
and even
resistance
harder.
as well.
Have it even more then. So any of you who succeeded and have that still, have it again. So down to 12.
Yeah, I do not
goodness.
have resistance.
Then just 23.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to bother rolling saves for any of the surviving Kuoto and Sowen because they're all cooked no matter what. And this whole room probably would smell like nice roasted fish if it wasn't still filled with fire and smoke in here. So, it's hard to make out Ilrin's form at this point, or this ghost of her. You could theoretically attack her, but you also are all aware now you're in a giant fire cloud. And you probably need to be getting out of here as fast as possible. So,
Oh, it's persistent.
are you? Yeah, this is a incendiary cloud. So, this is a mean spell. You can still attack her if you want, but you will still end up taking some lingering damage from being in the cloud. You can also just move and dash to get out of here completely. What is everyone doing?
I can run out of the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm running.
then I'll do that.
It's down to run.
All right. I'm assuming everyone's doing that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. You all full dash Give me, because it is kind of hard to see in here with the smoke and everything. Everybody, give me another dexterity save, because there are now bodies in here.
Oh, goodness.
Oop.
Okay, Tyler, you're fine because you have with the +3 from Loki, you make the
Oh
10
yeah,
DC.
right. Okay.
Tez, even with the +3, you take a couple steps forward and like there's that little bit of you that's just like, this isn't gonna hurt me that bad, and then you trip and fall through the cooked carcass of one of these fishmen,
Oh, gross.
and lose a little bit of time. But you also have the fastest movement of everyone, so you're able to still, even, having to get back up and at full dash, keeping pace with everyone. Hate to say it, this is literally it happening to you was the best case because you still make it out of the fire cloud after all of that.
Oh, I'm mad still.
Yeah. You are still angry. In fact, as you like get out of the cloud and like catch your breath a little bit, that calm feeling that you're used to when combat settles still doesn't settle in. You're still in that like focus, you feel like you're raging, but you're not having to do anything to like maintain it.
I like it down here.
But you're at the end of the hall. You look up where Ilrin was, and she is completely gone. There's no longer a specter there. The door that she was kind of floating in front of was cracked open, completely closed at this point. As you all catch your breath for half a second, the whole temple starts shaking a little bit. Something originating inside the room that she's in.
How far is the door that she just went through?
From you guys now, 20 feet.
No.
Yeah, you guys are on the opposite end of the cloud. Like there's nothing in between you and the door at this point. Door's just closed. But you also have a moment, a breather, given that some of you just got cooked.
You might have explained this before I got here, but you said something about as some of the creatures died, there was some sort of like essence that she was able to control and turn that into a spell.
Yep. There was, as they died, there was a red energy that flew from the corpse up into her hand.
Okay. Would I know anything about that, or have detected anything as that was happening?
Give me another
Or-
Arcana check. 26. You don't know the mechanic for it necessarily, or what exactly that essence was. It's very similar to what all of you saw the first time you encountered these specters. Because when you first ran into them, it was at the site of a battlefield that Ilrin had just cleared of Imperial Guard. She had fully slaughtered, a patrol out there, and one of these specters was there absorbing some kind of red essence very similar to this from all of the bodies there. That was what you guys kind of caught her doing before, interrupting that and setting off on the chase. You aren't
Sure.
100% certain what it is, although you do know with a 26, there isn't a real easy way to confirm that just yet based off what you've seen. You wouldn't be surprised if it's something to do with kind of soul energy, because you've already seen at least one time, with Demogorgon involved magic, where souls can be used to power things, magically speaking. So
Right.
this could be a variation of that, maybe a little more primal, like just directly absorbing energy from a recently deceased body and just chucking it into a crap ton of spell power. But hard to say without further evidence and testing. You do know the spell that just got thrown at you was quite powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And Ilrin more than likely is a very accomplished spellcaster, so if she's getting some kind of buff from stuff dying around her, that makes it very dangerous for you guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend some points on my staff and cast Mass Cure Wounds for everybody.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm mad. I'm not mad at you, but I'm mad.
It's okay, bud.
That is 23 points of healing to everybody here,
Whoa, that.
as you feel
Very
sweet,
nice.
sweet relief.
That was the exact amount of damage the
Right.
fireball did to me.
Lovely.
It's like I didn't get hit by a fireball.
Smoking a little bit.
I'm still fucking steam fried from outside of the stupid temple.
The same.
All right, you take a breather, heal up a little bit.
Loki,
What's the next move?
open the door.
I was planning on it.
All right, you open the door.
Yes.
All right, you go over and immediately push on the two double doors, swinging inward, and emerge to very blue room. Where's the description? There it is. In this room, at the pinnacle of the structure, lies a well-kept place of worship to the goddess Melandra. You can see multiple alcoves lining the walls of each building, or of the building, each carved with depictions that look to be of different kinds of biomes. From where you guys are, the two closest to you, you can see there's kind of depictions of a tree and forest, type motif. Another that looks like a mountain. Can't see the other two from where you're at currently. The center of the room has two rows of 4 braziers each, forming a bit of a path leading up to the central plinth platform up there. The platform itself, from what you can see, the back half of it is completely filled with 2 different kinds of coral. The bigger of the two looks like almost like a sprawling mass of brambles and thorns in a way, but it's made entirely of blue and green coral, forming a bit of a backdrop almost enveloping the centerpiece of this little altar, which is a massive, just jutting piece of brown and gray coral, pushing up and from a distance almost looking a bit like wood. Goes up into the air from the ground about 20, 30 feet or so, and then from there, this giant sprawl of red coral and sea sponges and various bits of aquatic life peppering this, giving what looks like almost like an underwater tree made entirely of living stone. You gather pretty easily that this tree is the anchor, and it's made pretty obvious because Ilrin is floating about 10 feet. Ilrin's actual form, not the fiery-looking specter, floats about 10 feet above the ground, staring right at this, and looks to be channeling power from some kind of spell. This room, as you kind of look around, looks like it would be really dark in most cases. There's none of the bioluminescent algae used as lighting in here that you've seen on the previous floors. There's no windows or openings or anything like that to give light, usually. But you can see there's actually quite a bit of light coming in and filtered through what looks like it comes in from the roof, where there is a giant hole cracked into it, damage that you guys saw from the exterior when Ilrin hit the building with the mother of all spells. But it almost looks like it's patched over a little bit with this suspended blot of water that seems to be moving and filtering the light a little bit. So it's a little bit like walking in like an aquarium tunnel where, everything has that tinge of blue and green. There's still light filtering through here, but, there's just a little bit of refraction through it, and movement as well. But you guys are able to see, and as you enter the room proper, you do see there are 2 of the floating specters of Ilrin, fiery red, kind of flanking her. Not necessarily helping her in whatever she's channeling, but standing guard at the moment. What would you like to do?
How far away from us is she?
She is 70 feet from you guys.
And she's flying up in the air?
Yeah, about 10 feet. You guys can all see the battle map now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I want to shoot her and use Grasp of Adar to pull her towards me with every time I hit her.
Okay, you're jumping right into combat?
I mean, what do you think, guys? Like, you want to try to talk to her, or do you want to just start shooting? Because I can, like, pull her closer so Tez can get close enough to hit her. I mean, we can't let her blow up the anchor, right?
Yeah,
Right.
we need to stop her.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna? Do you guys think you can talk her down, or is this more of a permanent stoppage?
I think we could talk to her. I'm just gonna take Taylor by the hand and like start walking out.
Okay. For the purposes of this, we're not going to roll initiative just yet, but you guys are going to go first in, this kind of turn use that I'm using. So go ahead and move up to your movement, if you guys are moving up. And if anyone else is like moving, spreading out, and looking at stuff, feel free to do so, up to your movement.
Pretty sure I'm going to stay next to Loki for as long as I can, but I'm going to try and uh, I'm going to try and get an idea of what she's channeling if I'm close enough.
Is this urn looking deal like?
Those are the 8 braziers.
Is
that
it
are,
solid enough I can like hide behind it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a solid stone kind of
Alright.
plinth that it's on, and then the brazier itself lifts up.
Then I'll
All
duck
told,
behind it.
yeah, it's about like 6 feet tall. It's easy enough to use as cover.
Okay.
Yeah, so Loki moves up, so yeah, Drost, if you're right next to him, go ahead and give me an Arcana check real quick.
Woof.
14. It's very similar to the chanting you heard on the ship originally when she was casting her giant thunderstorm spell. You think it's probably some variation or empowered version of Call Lightning,
Mhm.
which, I mean, you've seen her use pretty effectively so far, so it's not out of the ordinary here at this point, but a little hard to tell from this distance, and she's not exactly like screaming it out loud. So, Finn is, by the way, as you take cover here, you see an icon carved into this brazier that you're right by of a tree, just marked on there. But twins, do you move into the center of the room a little bit? What are you doing?
Is she like paying attention to us yet?
No, not even a little bit. Having moved into the room a little bit, the 2 specters are now looking at you, but she herself is still in this like chant, floating here, focusing on her spell.
Hey Tyler, sounds like she's trying to do a lightning spell. Is that bad down here?
It's really bad.
If I can move up a little bit closer, I can use Awaken Mind to like yell inside of her head, tell her to turn around.
Might be worth a shot. I don't know if she'll hear you though.
What's what I'm doing? Like I said, I can do it inside of her head
Oh yeah.
because I figure it's probably loud enough. Like yelling's probably not like they probably can't hear us, right?
Yeah, I don't think they can hear us.
All right. Well, we want to move up a little bit closer
Yeah.
collectively. I'll just move up to that next brazier then.
Well, before you do,
Oh, before I do.
as you guys, all right, there's the plan of action. Let's start moving forward. There's a shift, and she seems to finish. Dros, you recognize it. There's the end of a sentence in whatever she's casting, and you guys all feel as the tower rumbles as it is hit with a massive blast of lightning that flies through the opening in the ceiling, through the water, and strikes the red tree.
Can I try to counterspell?
Ooh. All right, what's the range on counterspell?
60 feet.
You are in range of it. You're gonna have to roll for it though. This is
Oh, I figured. Yeah.
yeah, this is a 9th level spell that she's channeling.
Um, well, I'm using a
shit.
5th level spell slot, so the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than equal to my spell. No. Yeah, do I have to roll something for this, or does it
Yeah,
roll
you
something?
you have to roll.
Okay.
So the DC counterspell.
Maybe I already have that.
The DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so this is going to be 19. Using a higher level spell slot doesn't change anything for you rolling it, so you need to make a charisma check. DC 19.
Okay.
Is that
Oh, fuck you.
I would like to rewind time just a second, and see if I can find a different alternate universe, that alternate future that Finn is more charismatic in, with Coronal Shift for a reroll.
All right. Go ahead and re-roll it, Finn.
What?
17,
That's
just
better.
shy.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Drost, you watch as, Finn winds up his magic and gets ready to throw it, and you already see just the trajectory that he's using isn't going to work. You kind of fade into time just a moment, adjust his path. The spell lets loose. You watch as it's about to collide and block, and just falls short as the blast still hits the tree. And there are now chunks of burnt sea sponge up in its boughs, completely smoking and smoldered. And the two specters have noticed you. I would like everyone to please select your tokens and roll initiative. Oh, trash initiative on my part.
Yeah.
Would it have been fair to say that on our way here, or at some point, I would have had time to cast water breathing on the group? Or would there not have been time for that, you say?
What's the casting time of water breathing?
It's a ritual, so I would have needed 10 minutes.
I don't think 10 minutes was had, unless you would have done
Okay.
it like going into the battle, like in the airship.
Knowing that we were, basically going to be underwater, I would have done it. It's a 24-hour duration. So
You know what? That's
if I
fair.
would
You
have
know,
had
you
that
had
amount of
there was a
time to
there was a
prep
decent
for
amount
it.
of there was a decent amount of travel time, like while on the chase. I'd say yeah, you would have had enough time.
Okay.
All right. Top of initiative order then. Tez. You see Ilrin there in front of you, a ways floating up off the ground, but just still within smacking range for someone as big as you. And then two specters that are floating near her but a little closer to the ground. And you're still pissed.
Okay. Looking to see how my wild magic works whenever my rage is never-ending magic. Cool, and you enter your rage, roll on the wild magic table. Okay, so I need to roll on the wild magic table still.
That's true. You do. You didn't roll it earlier.
How do you want me to handle this?
I'll say go ahead
Just
and
do
roll
it
it
one
now.
time?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, there is something funky going on with your rage right now that you're not aware of it, but
I'm mad! Flowers and veins temporarily grow around you. Until your rage ends, the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. That's cool!
easy
Okay,
enough.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna run for and smack this ghost. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that ghost.
I'm gonna move you right here because you'd be standing on a brazier, on a thing.
Oops. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright.
28 for sure hits,
Okay.
and so does a
26.
26.
Okay, first hit. And the
Now-
damage is acid.
Let me check here because I think you have the Great Weapon Master damage enabled, but it's not doing the roll for like the subtraction for Great Weapon Master. I just don't think it
Oh.
is.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's like
if you-
-5 on the attack.
Yeah, -5 to get plus.
Oh,
10.
yes.
Now, full
My bad.
disclosure, do you want to do the -5 on both of those to get the extra +10?
Yes, I do. And then after
Both
that, I'll
still
pro- They do? Okay, yeah.
Both still hit.
I'll leave it. I'm mad.
Yeah, so roll damage on the second one as well.
Okay.
All right. With two sweeping strikes, you completely batter and scatter this ghost to just smithereens.
Thunder damage on the last hit.
As it is well and truly done. Anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna stay right here.
All right. At the top of the initiative, or sorry, not the top of initiative order, at initiative count 20, Tez, you watch as you scatter this ghost completely to smithereens, and there's a bit of an essence just kind of floating in the air that you've now scattered, and you all watch as the pieces of it float away and around past Tez, and they reform in the center of the room.
What the?
Next up, Drost.
Okay, real quick. As we walked in, you said there was a forest there was like a forest depiction on one side and a mountain on the other.
Yeah. So over place. Can you guys see that little pin I just added?
Mm-hmm.
So that alcove, you can kind of see there's a motif showing like different kinds of trees, almost jungle in certain parts. And from where you're at, you can also see the one that's over here. That shows a bit of a mountain motif. And you can see there are 2 other alcoves. You just can't see what they're depicting yet.
Okay, they're closer towards the coral tree thing.
They're closer to the coral tree. You're also close enough. You can see that tree mark on the brazier that Finn's hiding behind. You can also see that there's a tree mark on the one opposite of it. So that one as well.
Okay.
And the one you have already passed has a mountain carved into the brazier as well.
All right. So mountain, tree on the braziers.
Yep. And probably something on the other 2 or other 4,
Right.
but you'd have to get a little closer. Tez actually can see there are symbols on that brazier you're right next to, marked with water. Looks like almost like carvings of waves on them. And the alcove. What's
Okay.
Tez's passive perception?
Oh, that's 10.
That's high enough. When you ran by this,
good.
you saw the same kind of marks.
Okay.
That one.
Those marks are over here. On the map.
But it's your go, Drost. What would you like to do?
Shoot, I accidentally closed my window. If so does it look like Ilrin is she was just channeling a spell? Has she
She
like looked
was,
at us at
and
all, or
she has not. There hasn't been any reaction, and she's still in kind of the same pose that she was for channeling. Nothing's really changed on her end other than she's no longer talking at the moment. That might change, here in a couple
right?
seconds.
Well, I was considering making it harder for her to cast spells, but that would obscure our vision of her as well. Oh crap, I don't have enough to go on. I'm just going to can I use on in a 30-foot cube, can I get all 3 of these? So I would like to make cube that all 3 of that her and her spirits are in, and I'm gonna cast hypnotic pattern.
Okay. Like 30-foot radius cube or
30-foot cube, yeah. So can draw like that ish.
yeah, that would work.
I mean, it'll be a little bit bigger than that, but I just don't want to hit Tez is all. So that is wisdom save. Oh, I guess I didn't really think about that or being a druid and all. But that is a wisdom save, a DC 19.
Okay. Is going to make that. with a 22. Anything happen on a successful save?
No.
Okay.
Do the other creatures, are they affected at all?
You watch as you cast this. You're expecting 3 different reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
When it affects her, you watch as there's kind of a moment where like she shakes her head a little bit and it shrugs it off. That same head movement is mimicked by the other 2. You don't think that they have their own stats when it comes to something like that.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit. And probably still stay within. What is the range on your aura, Loki? Is it 15 feet or is it 10
10 feet.
feet?
That's you guys can see the red circle around him, right?
I can't, but I'm within 10 feet of him there. And I'm going to see if I can see anything on these braziers, or at least this one.
Oh, I can see that circle now.
Nice.
I didn't realize there was
I
a
see
completely separate permission
That's
for that.
sweet.
Should make it a little easier. right.
Obviously that would be an action to like investigate or something like that, but I'm just going to see if I can make anything out on them.
Yeah, you're able to see on that brazier right in front of you. There is an icon carved into it of a sun.
Okay.
Specifically, a sun with kind of a flat line beneath it, almost like the ground.
All right. Like it's setting or rising or something.
Potentially.
I
right.
think that's it.
All right. Next up, Tyler. You watched as Tez smacked around one of these ghosts of your aunt, but your aunt hasn't really reacted to anything and nothing's happened to her just yet. What would you like to do?
All right. I know. Let me see how far away. Because I think in the moment I would panic a little bit, and I'm thinking about casting polymorph, but I'm wondering, do druids count as shape changers?
In most cases, they would not. You are aware, though, that Ilrin has been alive for quite a while. As an archdruid, she would technically count as one.
Okay, it's good to know. Let me see. All right, let me see. I'm gonna get in range and then cast hold person then.
Okay. That is a wisdom save, I believe.
Let me make sure I believe it. Yes, unfortunately, all my good ones are.
All right. Just to make sure, you are casting it on her, not one of the ghosts, right?
Yes, on her.
Okay. She's going to roll. Another 22.
Damn. Okay.
Double 13s, damn.
That must
Good
mean
try.
something
Good try.
bad's going to happen.
Yeah. Knowing my dice on this, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, you, like, summon forth the energy, launch it at her, trying to hold her in place. As you do, you watch as it tries to grab a hold of her, and she just kind of, like, it doesn't even break her form of channeling, just shrugs off the power. You watch as both of the ghosts also do that.
Interesting.
Anything else? Any movement?
Um. Yeah, I want to rush over to the other alcove that we haven't really like visualized yet.
Okay. Yeah, duck around. You're able to see. You see the same mark on this brazier here of what looks like a sun with a flat line underneath it. As you make your way to that alcove, the motifs that you're seeing carved into here uh, look more like a desert, very like vast and dry expanse. Sun high in the sky. You know, some bits of creatures and plant life out there, but very barren.
And when she's channeling, does anything like can I see anything like feeding into her or her channeling into something?
Give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
God, what is it with you
Hey.
guys and natural 20s in great story
Boom.
moments? You do it. You've been encountering these ghosts, these fiery aspects that look a lot like your aunt, for a little bit now. Most of this day. It's been a hot minute since you've seen your actual aunt. From the angle, you can't get the best look at her face, but you do see, as she's going through this motion of channeling a spell, there's this rictus of anger and pain on her face as she's doing it, and just the barest glint with it. You got a natural 20. From the angle you see, the barest glint in her eye is completely shaded over with red. Whatever, as she's, you've cast the spell called Lightning before. You're aware of its mnemonics and what it kind of looks like as you continue focusing and drawing more power into it. How she is doing this at this, the magnitude that she's doing it, it's you can almost see the link of this red energy kind of emanating from her and then immediately being sucked into the channel and then back through her, almost like a feedback loop, as it's just generating something in her is generating more and more energy that she's pouring into the spell, and then there's bits bleeding off, getting reabsorbed by her and just making whatever's going on with her worse.
Okay. I think that's my turn.
Okay. Finn Stormraven.
Well, shit.
Technically speaking, only one thing has been hit so far, and you're not sure if everything's about to kick off into a fight.
Yeah, I'll just move up closer behind this other thing.
Okay.
And that's close enough that I can do Awaken Mind.
That
And
is.
I'll say, Aunt Ilrin, it's me. It's your nephew, Taylor.
Please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Mm.
Nope.
You.
I'm not going to roll good on saves tonight at all. I have not rolled a single good save this entire game.
You take 9 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
As you try to communicate, obviously putting forth a lie into the brain, but the minute a connection is established and you try to do that, it's like shrieking in your head. And something in you at your core and tied to you on a faraway plane is somehow damaged. You don't think you've ever felt Eldath take damage. You think you just did, though.
Oh, yeah, no, hey, but whatever's in her is real bad and real angry.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Me too.
And now that you have taken damage, please mark on your fury counters that you have 1 fury counter.
Oh shit.
All of us or
As
just him?
just him.
Okay.
As you take this bit of damage, shake it off, relay it, and then you kind of like sit with it, and you're like, "That fucking sucked. I hate that happened. Why the fuck did that have to happen to me?"
Yeah, your aunt's about to start getting shot.
Anything else from you?
No.
All right, Taylor.
Yeah, time to start shooting at the ghost thingies, or whatever the hell they are.
All right. Which one are you shooting at?
The one up by her.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shots. Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Both of the arrows sink into the spectral form. There is a bit of a reaction from this ghost as it takes the damage, and you watch the one that's a little closer to you makes the same movements. Ilrin herself does not. But there's shattering of arrows, it impacts, and this ghost now looks directly at you.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit then.
Where would you like to move to?
Move over to right here.
All right. Loki Ironhide, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna move up here by Finn. And I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
Okay. You want to hold your action for anything?
Yes.
All right. What would you like to hold it for? Like if they, they come to attack you or anything? Or
Yeah, if they come to attack me.
All right. You are holding, waiting to see if this thing comes to attack you. Which brings us to Ilrin's turn. Ilrin has not taken damage this round, as she pushes energy once more into the channel and calls down another blast of lightning. Flies through the hole in the roof, hitting the tree once more.
Can I try to counterspell it again?
You can.
Uh,
Same DC, 19. Eight. Anyone gonna do anything about that?
Oh, I can. Is it worth a? I've got one more of those potential rerolls. I've kind of been keeping in my pocket for
I've been
a
rolling
real
like
bad
dog shit,
situation.
but it depends on how bad we want this bitch to shoot this tree.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of damage.
It's your spell, homie.
Let's hope we can get something else, find something else going. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just let it happen.
All right. She finishes channeling that. The ghost closest to her is going to rise up about 15 more feet in the air. It's going to look right over towards where it saw Taylor earlier. Radius. 20-foot radius. All right. You guys watch as there is a small little bead of red energy that forms in her hand, and she throws it, situated on a spot right in between all of you here. I need everybody to please roll me, the 4 of you there, please roll me a dexterity saving throw. as one of you, I think, would recognize a casting a fireball.
Oh, there we go. Plus the whatever 3 from Loki. That's the saves, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
that is the saves.
So that's a 27 for me.
Well, that's definitely going to make it. And with Taylor just being in the radius, he's going to make it as well. So you all are going to take half damage and then half on top of that because I think all of you have fire resistance.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not me.
Not you. Okay.
So just me. I just haven't found anything new to attune to since we fought the torch.
So all of you would take 16 damage. Those of you with fire resistance take 8. As there is a blast of energy, searing hot air surrounding you as a fireball goes off in the center of the room. The other one is going to move over here. And it's going to look right at Tez. Ooh, what nasty thing does it want to throw at Tez? Tez, you watch as it calls down a beam of red and white radiant light at you.
Ooh.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right. You take 21 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And are lit up
Oh.
like a bit of a Christmas tree right now. Any attacks against you have advantage for the moment.
Okay.
And I think the only person who might recognize that spell is Dros, as he recognizes a guiding bolt that just got thrown. And that is their go. Tez, it's your turn.
Might as well attack recklessly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I already have advantage on me.
Oh, I almost forgot. Everyone that took damage, which I think is everybody but Tyler this round, please mark a fury counter. As all of you feel a little irrationally angry about having gotten hurt here.
Is she floating or is she on the ground? I'm just wondering if
She's floating about 10 feet in the air, but that's within
Oh.
smacking distance for you.
Well, I was wondering because I've got the difficult terrain.
But
Yeah, that wouldn't affect her.
I don't care. I'm mad. I'm swinging twice.
Crap.
Nice.
Fucking A.
Are you doing the Great Weapon Master on that?
I am. I did that all on
Okay.
purpose.
Okay.
Do I still crit though?
It's still it's still a 20 on the die. It's just the bonus
All
goes
right.
down. But
All right,
yeah,
cool.
and both of those still hit even with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, this is about to be bad.
Okay. And that is psychic damage on the crit. And then we've got force on the second one.
Okay.
Let's see what
Oh
I did
man,
here.
I have to add quite a bit here.
8. What is that? 71 points of damage.
71. That is wild. Yeah. You Hold on. I need to know how much is on the first one specifically. So 10,
Okay.
19, 29,
Jeez.
42 damage on the first. Oh man. All right. Well, a mechanic I came up with is about to not matter with that number. Holy shit. So, after you land that first hit against her, you feel the impact. It's a little lessened. You feel that there's that pulse of like psychic energy, but it doesn't look like it affects her. But everyone watches as both of the ghosts who were focusing on you guys for the most part immediately stare at Tez, raise their hands, and fire a blast of energy from them.
Oh, fuck.
Does a... Oh, I know a 26 is going to hit. Does a 17 hit?
No,
Okay.
does not.
Well, that's really bad for them. So... 22, yeah, that's not going to negate it. You do take 9 points of psychic and 13 poison damage still.
Oof. Okay.
It's a weird combination of damages. It's like a fucking Pokemon.
You're not wrong. Also, go ahead and mark a... Yeah, go ahead and mark a fury counter as well.
Oof. Okay. Am I just going up from like I had one earlier? Now I have 2.
Yep, now you have 2.
All right.
I'm getting mad.
Fucking.
Is it 71 points of damage all day?
Yep. I'm gonna use my bonus action to rage.
Oh, I'm raging.
I want to try to get a different fucking.
Okay.
What do I do here? 8. Don't be the same one. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage.
I'm done. Hit me.
Now, because you specifically have a rage feature and you have now 2 tokens, fury counters, is there... Now, when you activate this and you feel that ability coming on, you feel there's almost a moment where you're like, I can control my rage a little bit. Is there another option on that table within like 2, so, 7 through 3, that you would rather have than that 5?
Let me look. Wait, what's the range you're letting me have?
3 through 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Oh, fuck yeah! I'm gonna Thor hammer.
Okay.
Oh,
You feel
So-
like you're bringing the rage into play, like channeling it, and there's just that little bit of extra. Like you've been mad this whole time. You can control this a little bit right now, and you direct it, and you now have that ability instead.
Good.
Okay, Thor hammer.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. At initiative count 20, there is a massive groaning noise coming from way below you guys that seems to reverberate through the entire temple. And there's almost it's almost like a massive thunder, but you've been watching her cast Call Lightning this whole time. You're aware of when she's doing it, and it's causing, these reverberations. This isn't that. This is something much bigger and primordial. And then you're suddenly reminded where this temple is. On the back of a living creature that isn't happy that it got dragged to the surface. As it tries to force itself against its restraints and resubmerge. I need everybody to please roll me a dexterity saving throw. Okay. I think the only one who's gonna fail that, only one who fails that is Tyler. Tyler, you are knocked prone.
Okay.
Everyone else, all of you are relatively near each other or something. You're able to kind of catch yourself, keep your footing, not get knocked over here. But the living creature that this temple, exists on, is trying to move, and it's not happy that it can't. Drost.
Do we I guess I'm gonna ask the twins, like, are we is this like any means necessary trying to stop her, or
I
do you
don't
think you
want it
can
to
get
come to
to her?
that, honestly. If we can figure out a way to turn whatever this is off, that'd be great.
Yeah, we need to stop her, but I don't feel like I would want to kill her. So,
Right.
but she needs
If
to be
we
stopped.
if we have to, I really don't want to, though.
All right. I am apologies, Tez. Uh I am going to cast Sleet Storm
It's okay.
on the okay, it has a 40-foot radius. Um, can I how far behind the tree can I see? My goal is to have it be that's a big radius. My goal is to have it be essentially like, well, I screwed that up. Essentially like just the dais and the tree. That's way less than 40 feet. But if I can have it be like basically centered on the furthest back point I can see and basically just extending in an arc, shit.
That is the furthest back point that you can see, nestled up in the
Okay.
kind of secondary boughs, and it will still get Tyler and it will still get Tez.
Well, I'm kind of okay with it getting Tez because I don't know. I
I
don't
can
know if
take it.
we. It's not gonna. There is no damage. It's just it's difficult terrain, and while you're concentrating on a spell, um, you have to beat my spell save DC for a concentration check, which is primarily what I'm going for to stop her channeling. And if it slows things down a little bit, then I think that's even better. Maybe maybe we don't want Tez to uncork another one of those on her if we're trying not to kill her.
Yeah.
Stop it, Drost.
So sorry, Tez. Uh
Well, and he's got the returning hammer, so he can just move out of the area and still fucking
yeah,
drop
well,
bombs.
you can't see inside of it, or it's
Oh,
here.
Heavily obscured, I think.
It's heavily obscured, so whatever that means for like is that like basically opaque? I want to say it's like you can't see more than five
Yeah.
feet through heavy obscurement.
It's
It's
yeah,
like
you can't
smoke,
see unless
basically,
it's
right?
right in front of you, you cannot see it.
Yeah. So, anyways, everyone. So basically, Tez, Ilrin, the Spectre, and Tyler, will need to make a Dex save, or you fall prone.
All right.
Let me check something here.
And I think it's only Ilrin that needs to. I'm assuming she's concentrating on that call lightning. Um, if she starts its turn in the area and is okay, so on her turn, when she starts her turn, while she's concentrating, she needs to make a successful con save against my save DC or lose concentration. That's ultimately the I was going for. But it's got all those other riders on. So
Okay. All right. Noted.
I'm gonna try and put a. She said it was like back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, squares are circles in D&D. That's right. Um, so it's basically the line, that line there. That we pretty much can't see into anymore.
Yeah, it is. It is blocked off.
So
And
yeah, everyone
Tez and
except
Tyler.
her.
Well,
Damn it.
you
Yeah,
know,
it needs to beat
Tyler's
it
fine
with
because
the.
Tyler was already prone at this point, so
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
okay.
already
Well,
on my ass.
nothing changed.
all right. Well, Tez, you're prone. Um, Ilrin is not, but uh, hopefully that stops her casting. And that's it for me.
All right, Tyler, it's your turn. You can't see your ant anymore. In fact, everything in front of you is now a very thick white cloud as you're laying on the ground in a little bit of water that is starting to get a little crunchy around your face and hands.
Okay. I get up, and
Okay.
since that's kind of blocked off for me right now, I just kind of look around and like try to connect the dots on what's going on like in this room, like because I feel like there's significance.
Okay. Give me. Let me ask you this: what skill would you want to try and use here? Pitch me.
Hmm. I'm thinking more insight because I'm trying to like figure out if these things are all connected.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Nice.
29. You're all right. So there's a little bit of information you're already kind of aware about what this place is. This was supposed to be at one point in time a temple to a forgotten god at this point named Melandra, who was the deity of nature. As you're kind of looking around, the 4 different alcoves that are named like this, they all seem to be representing different kinds of biomes. So there's an arboreal one, forest, jungle, things like that, lots of trees. There's one that seems to be representing like mountains, and there's even iconography in one of the alcoves. The alcove that you passed for it even indicates like rocks and caves and stuff like that. The one you're right next to, it looks like it's supposed to be a desert, and the one across from you, before it got completely blocked off in icy clouds, looked to be very like aquatic, almost like coastal. Um, Very similar to some of the like mosaics and frescoes that you saw downstairs, indicating like sea life and stuff like that. The braziers in this room do seem like they are tied to those alcoves in some way. This is very clearly a place of power with the anchor here. Um, the positioning of the braziers and everything, something clicks in your head that this is probably some kind of ritual chamber, and there probably is something to do with the braziers that something tied to nature with these 4. There's a reason that there's 4 different kinds of biomes. Braziers for each one of them, 2 braziers for each one of them. In fact, um, in a room that is specifically tied to this anchor, and then it kind of clicks for you like there is a ritual, like there probably is a ritual tied to this. Something with the braziers does something for the anchor. What that is, you aren't 100% sure yet. But if you might need to poke around the braziers a little more, you might be able to figure something out.
All right, sounds good.
Just nerd stuff.
Yeah, I think that's kind of all I got right now.
All right. Finn, it's your turn. You can still see one of the ghosts near you, not the other one though.
All right. I have a spell called Dissonant Whispers. And it doesn't say that I have to see the creature. It just says it has to be within range. So does that mean what I think it does?
I think it does, because I think I've used that same thing.
I think I just got kicked out of... I got kicked out of my character sheet. Hang on.
Yeah, so long as there is a clear path and they are within range.
Okay.
You do not need to see them. You're aware that Ilrin is somewhere in there. Can't imagine she's probably moved.
Yep.
She's been doing this channeling.
Cool. Then I'm gonna hit her with some dissonant whispers. I think
Okay.
I have that. DC 17 wisdom.
Okay. She is going to use the first of her legendary resistances to succeed. But that is one resource you have at least burned off. I think it's still half damage, right?
Perchance. I don't know. I gotta.
Yep, half as much damage, doesn't move away.
Okay.
Oh. It's going to be 9 points. As you do that, the ghost that's over near you immediately looks at you, points down, and fires a blast at you.
Okay.
Ooh, and absolutely whiffs it.
Nice. Huh. With the finger. Because I got what, half cover?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anything else?
No. No, because that's it. Yes.
Alright.
No, I'm done.
Taylor. You can still see one of these ghosts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to shoot the one I can see.
Okay, go ahead and make your shots. Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage. "21 points of damage. Alright, 2 arrows sink into this, and you watch as it reacts and looks at you for a little bit. It still seems like it's focused on Finn right now, for the most part.
And I'm just going to stay right here.
Alright. Loki, it's your turn.
I'd used Hunter's Mark, but I want to put that on her, not the ghost. But I don't think I can see her yet, so...
You cannot. Yeah, she's somewhere deep in that cloud.
I want to look at the brazier that has the tree. See if I
Okay.
can't see anything to link it to any one of the alcoves.
Alright. You know what? Since you're a paladin, we get to do an interesting one. Give me a religion check here.
Oh, God.
It's been a hot minute since you've been to temple. You start looking at this brazier, with the tree iconography on it, and you're just like, And you look over, and you know that there is an alcove over there that has the same kind of tree iconography, and you're like, I haven't been to church in a while. You kind of sit there and
Loki, see if you can light it. I
You
would
wanna
know, I
try
have no
lighting
idea
it?
how.
Yeah, I'll try to light it. See
Okay.
what happens.
There is a spot where you can kind of reach up. There's very clearly some kind of like very soaked wood, and as you try to light it, nothing happens. It's very soaked wood.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Right. It is Ilrin's turn. Ilrin, at the top of her turn, I need to know how many fury counters everyone has. I think
I got
Tez has
one.
2.
2.
There's 4, there's 5.
1.
I believe I'm
I think
still at
it's-
1.
I think it's 1.
Okay. It's going to be 8 total. All right.
Shoot.
Tez, you're still able to make out some of Ilrin's form, just because of the proximity that you have. Everything around you is very heavily obscured by this storm that has now been whipped up. But you're still able to see, enough of her to make out her form and see details of her as she's sitting here channeling this. And you watch as one of the wounds that when you impacted her with the hammer, there were a couple lacerations on her arm that opened up. A couple of those heal up and seal. And there's now a light red shimmer hovering around her body as well.
Okay.
She also, I need to make that another. Make sure I'm looking at Sleet Storm correctly.
Yeah, it's just a Constitution saving throw. Just like it's a concentration check
Yep.
against
Okay.
my spell DC, which is 19.
Okay. 10, which that is going to fail. You watch Drost as you feel like with your spell, there's some level of connection you have, maintaining the Sleet Storm here. You're aware of what's happening in there that's disrupting something, and you feel something try to fire off magically in there, and you're like, ha, got her. She didn't, something went wrong with the spell. And then a second later, there is a lightning bolt that still flies through, though does not deal as much. It seems to be significantly lessened by whatever happened here.
All right.
Give me an Arcana check here. 17. You don't think, unless something very drastic happens to her, like near death level of damage done, or fully getting knocked unconscious, or locking her in a freaking box and throwing her out of the building. You don't think there's going to be a way to easily stop her from channeling this, but you are thinking that every time part of her focus on this is broken, it's going to lessen whatever she's able to do to the tree. Mechanically speaking, every single time she has to roll a concentration check, the damage gets halved once over. So, and it stacks.
Oh, wow.
So, if you stack 3 concentration checks, it gets halved 3 times.
Okay. So then I'm thinking mechanically, it's probably I would have no way of knowing if she still has to make concentration checks when she takes damage. I mean, I guess I'm assuming all monsters do, or all creatures do. Probably better for us to just hit her with a bunch of small attacks to try to make her keep doing these concentration checks. So yeah, I mean, if I know that trying to break her concentration lowers lessens the damage, then I would just I'll drop the spell and just shout, hit her. Crap, but then she gets the rage problem. I don't know what I'll say. Yeah, I'll just say we can hit her with smaller attacks to try and distract her from the lightning, but that's going to make her more and more mad. And I don't know what that means. Anyway, I think it's her turn still, right?
It is still her turn.
So
Tez, you watch as there's this flare of energy kind of shimmering around her a little bit, and then you see also there's just the look on her face kind of grimaces quite a bit, and there's almost like an expulsion of red energy. No one's able to see what happens with this one. Sure. Oh, right thing. There we go. Actually, I'll be nice and I'll show you. I'll have it happen where you guys can see it. You guys watch as that ghost that's floating over near Finn kind of shifts and almost like osmosis splits into two. And there is now another one floating right there. The one that's in the storm is vaguely aware of where Tez was. And is going to start flying over there, and also has... You guys don't know that part. It's going to fly right over to where Tez is. Now, what is it going to do, though?
It's going to give him a back massage.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely what's about to happen to Tez.
Hey, we can hope, right?
Tez, old buddy, old pal. I need you to please roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, not good at those. Okay.
5. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. You take 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you cannot take a reaction until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Additionally, when it is your turn next time, you get to choose whether you want to move, take an action, or a bonus action. You do not get all three, you get to pick one. You're currently under the effects of a Tasha's Mind Whip spell.
Okay.
The other two... Also, mark another Fury counter.
Oh no.
3.
The one that has been weakened a little bit did just get shot a little bit ago. It's going to fly over here. It's actually going to fly right down by you, Taylor. And as it does, it extends its hands, and you watch as a fiery blade appears in its hands. It's going to hit you. It's going to try and hit you with Flame Blade. Assuming a 27 hits you?
Just barely. Yes, it hits.
You take 17 points of fire damage as it hits you.
Is that reduced by half?
It is because you have, yeah, if you have your fire resistance, reduced by half. And go ahead and mark another Fury counter on you. As this hits you, it just pisses you off. Why is your ant being this difficult?
Fury counters up to 2.
The other 3, this one just flies forward a little bit, and you watch as a blast of green and black energy appears in the center of you 3. I need you all, please make Constitution saving throws, please.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. All of you succeed, so you only take half of this. You take 5 points of necrotic damage each. And go ahead and mark another fury counter on all of you.
All right.
Other than Tyler. Tyler's fine. You're
Oh,
perfectly
sweet.
safe over there. Yeah, you're nowhere near any of this. This is happening all to the cluster. Other than Taylor. Taylor's outside of the
I
range of them.
see. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
right in the middle of them.
Yeah, right smack dab in the middle of that clump. Yeah, you watch as there's this blast of green and black energy that goes off, and it feels like a piece of your life force gets siphoned off, and it flies into the ghost, and then there's a flash of red energy that flies somewhere into the cloud.
Hmm.
And that is their go. Tez, it's your turn again.
Did they add fury from those attacks as well, or is that separate?
What do you mean?
When you said every time we get hit, we add a fury. I don't remember if they added fury or if that one counted.
Yeah, those 3. Yeah, the 3
Mhm.
that just got hit there need to add a fury if they haven't.
Yep.
I hate to
Okay.
be that guy, but I got to keep it fair.
I'm
right,
gonna
Tez.
swing.
All right, you swinging on her or the ghost?
Her.
Right.
14.
14's that's gonna miss. Unless are you doing it reckless?
Where am I with that? Are attacks on me still at advantage?
Attacks. The guiding bolt has faded at this point, so
Okay. No, I'll let that one miss, and then I'll swing again, and probably miss.
okay, both miss. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You
That's
start
it for
taking
me.
wild swings, and it's just your footing gets a little iffy with how slick it is around here. It was already pretty slick to begin with, but the water has now turned into ice, and it's been a little bit since you've had to deal with ice.
Gotcha. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. At initiative count 20, the straining and rumbling of this temple sitting on the back of a dragon turtle intensifies greatly, and you actually see there's almost like a shift in how the building is directed a little bit as this thing is trying to fight against the energy keeping it up here with a little more force than it did last time. I need everybody to please roll another dexterity saving throw for me.
Shit.
All right. Taylor, you are still in Loki's aura, so that's a 16. Anyone who rolled below a 16, you are now knocked prone.
Ugh.
That is it for that initiative action. Drost. You're laying on the ground. You're a little pissed off. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm a little pissed off. I'm gonna stand up and I am going to I'm gonna I don't want to move that far away from Loki. I'm gonna move over to this brazier and Um, does it look the same? Like there's soggy logs in it?
Yeah, all of them have what look to be soggy logs in them.
I'm feel like we need to light them somehow. Uh, so firebolt, I guess. So wet wood is maybe not necessarily flammable.
Not very easily, no. It would take a very intense heat to do it.
Right. I was gonna say, well, I don't have a very intense heat. So I'm going to, or not, can't really hit them with spells either. I'm going to drop Fleet Storm, drop the concentration, um, and crap, am I close enough? I think I should be close enough. Yeah. I'm gonna try to hold on to her with momentary stasis. So it's a Constitution saving throw. Uh, DC 19, or she will be incapacitated. I'm assuming
Ooh.
she'll probably use a legendary resistance on that.
He is indeed going to use a legendary resistance.
Yeah, I figured.
And that's another
Mark that
big
down.
resource burned down.
I can do that a few more times. Uh, that's gonna do it for me.
All right. Tyler, it's your turn. You watch as the storm that was previously blocking your visibility of your aunt and Tez clears. There is still another ghost now attacking Tez from behind, but fully able to see everything in the room again.
All right. How's everyone faring over there in everything going on?
Are you
I'm
talking like
angry,
hit
but
points
fine.
wise?
Yeah. Just like
Yeah, I'm
how
alright.
like okay.
I'm not in great shape.
Oh Tez. Actually, I'll go ahead and do a healing word at Tez.
Okay. You get 15 hit points back, Tez, and something feels a little bit, not just physically better, but you don't feel fully calm, but you do feel like a little less
Ooh.
feral. Go ahead and remove a fury counter.
Ooh.
Good.
And then I really want to take a really good look at this alcove over here and just do a whole once over of it and see what I can muster up.
Okay. Give me. I mean, if you're going that in depth, it's got to be investigation.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you're not sure if there's any. As you start looking at it, you're a little distracted by everything going on. There is a lot in this room.
Yeah.
You know if you had time, there is something ritually here that you'd probably be able to figure out. But you just there's that bit of pressure, and you haven't been hit as much as everyone else in this, but even you're like a little irritated by it, and maybe it's not directed necessarily at your aunt, but you're angry at yourself for not being able to figure it out. And it just kind of, as you're looking, you're finding it's hard to focus and figure out what's going on with this.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna walk over, just right on up, and I'm just gonna look at her, and then I think that's my turn.
Okay. You walk up and you look at her, and through this this face of anger and just pure rage and pain that's very clearly on her face. It hasn't been that long since you've seen your aunt. She looks a lot older. Just she looks, even through all of this, with the energy and everything and what she's doing, she looks tired. Just drained. You get the sense, like, as you take a look, even through the pain and everything that's going on with this and whatever entity has taken hold, it becomes a little more clear that she wasn't doing great. And it's a little more understandable how she fell to what is happening here. It reconciles inside of you a little bit that, you had this image when you first met her of this powerful archdruid, and this is barely the person you remember meeting.
Okay.
Finn.
I guess I'll shoot this ghost.
All right. You look at the ghost and finger gun it. Go ahead and roll.
Yep.
All three for sure hit.
And I'm going to push it 10 feet away with each hit.
31 points of damage. Easily enough. You vent all your frustration, everything that's going on, blasting this thing as far away from you as you possibly can.
Then that's it.
All
I
right.
stay posted up behind this little brazier. I still got cover, so.
Taylor, it's your turn. You have what looks to be a very fiery version of your aunt holding a flaming sword in front of you.
I'm gonna attack her.
Okay. You are in melee range. Do you have the feat where... what is it? It's not sharpshooter, but... Is it sharpshooter?
I don't
I think
think
that's
I have.
crossbow expert.
Oh, yeah, crossbow expert.
Yeah, I don't think I have that, but I do have a dagger.
Easily enough. You can switch to a dagger and attack. One of those completely misses. The other one does hit. All right, 8 points of piercing. This isn't a magical dagger or anything in it, right?
As far as I know, it's just a basic dagger, so
Okay.
doesn't
You
have
do
anything
feel
marked on it.
you stab into this, this version of your aunt, and it does find purchase. Like, you feel carve a little bit of this essence away, but doesn't seem to do as much as you were probably hoping.
Okay. I can see my aunt, right?
Yeah, you can see her.
I'm going to use my bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on her because she's going to be my next target.
Okay. She is hunter's marked.
And that's my turn.
All right. Loki, It's your turn. One of these things is within slashing range.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
I'm not actually going to slash at it. I'm going to keep on looking at the uh thing and see if I can't figure something out.
All right.
Because
Give me.
something's gnawing at me.
Yep. Give me another religion check. 19. You're right. Something is gnawing at you. Looking at this, like, why? What's the point of braziers in here if you can't light whatever's supposed to be, in there? Why have all this soggy wood? Maybe it's just left over, but that doesn't make any sense. Someone would have taken something out of this, right? You kind of look. You look over at the alcove and see, the mosaic and everything depicting, arboreal landscape, trees, and everything like that. Whenever Loki thinks of like a forest or that kind of biome, what's the first thing that he thinks of as far as like items or physical object related to that biome? What's the first thing that comes to Loki's mind? Like something he'd look for, something he'd want to have if he's there.
In the forest?
Yep.
Probably some wild berries.
Does Loki have any wild berries on him?
Oh, I don't think I do. I don't.
Well, you would have, let's say, give me a d20. Odds you have rations that would consist of what you're looking for. Evens, you do not. Your rations are a little sparse right now. They're mostly just dry crackers and bread. You're missing a few food groups in this one.
Yeah.
But there's something that's still. You don't think the thought was wrong. You do think that there's something association wise, like rituals always have power and there's always meaning behind stuff, even if it isn't obvious. You don't think lighting the braziers is the tactic here. You think it's something to do with something associated with each biome.
Okay.
Anything else?
Actually, I'll move close to Dros and relay this to him.
Okay. You get all that information, Drost. You think that you and Tyler were both starting to put things together a little bit about this. There's some kind of ritual going on with it, but item association, that might have something to it. You might have to think about it a little bit on your turn, but
I'm gonna reach for my component pouch on my next turn, I think.
all right. It is now Ilrin's turn. How many fury counters do we have out in the wild?
I
Two
guess that's
here.
3.
2.
I have
two.
one.
I have 2.
Right. I think Taylor said he was AFK. Pull his sheet up and take a look. He also has 2. Hez and Tyler, you both watch as every wound on your ant completely heals over.
Oh shit. We gotta finish those braziers.
We've also got to
She-
interrupt her spell somehow.
Yeah, as you know, you watch as all the wounds on her heal, and she once again draws forth energy. She didn't take any damage, fail any concentration checks that round. As another massive lightning bolt hits the coral tree. And the two of you that are right up here next to it, you can see that there's small pieces from the boughs itself. Not the main, structure of it, the dark brown and gray coral, still seems to be intact, but the kind of overlayer that would be red leaves, essentially, made of coral, chunks of it are starting to fall apart. The ghosts, one of them, the one behind Tez, is going to draw forth a blade of fire as well and make an attack against him. Assuming a 25 is going to hit you, Tez.
Yep.
You take 12 points of fire damage. One of them, the one that got blasted by Finn, is going to fly. No, it would be focused on the one that just smacked him around a little bit. It's going to fly right back to where it was, Finn, and it's going to shoot you. Actually. It winds up its hand, and you watch as a bolt of red lightning gets drawn into it and suddenly released. I need... Make sure... the exact wording of this spell to make sure I'm doing it correctly. It's very rare that I get to use Lightning Bolt. 5 feet wide. Okay. Taylor is just safe from it then. I need Loki, Drost, and Finn to please make dexterity saving throws for me.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. With that +3, so Drost and Loki both fail. Finn, you succeed. You only take 11 points of lightning damage. Loki and Drost both take 22 points of lightning damage.
Ouch.
I
And-
assume I got a rage.
Why do you have to hit me?
And all three of you take a fury counter as well. If any of you hit 4 fury counters, please let me know.
I'm letting you know.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Perfect. It's going to come up next initiative on your next turn. But you feel there is something boiling mad inside of you right now. The one right in front of Taylor. Let's see, that was third, second. Yeah, it already has its flame blade out, and it's going to just take another strike at you. $23 to hit.
Yep.
10 points of fire damage, halved because of your resistance. So 5. And a fury counter.
Yep. Puts me at 3.
Getting close.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That is all of their go. Tez.
Oh,
I don't know. I guess I'll swing.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Yeah, I'll swing reckless.
Give me some attacks at advantage.
Ew.
16 is going to hit, and unless you're doing your Great Weapon Master.
I mean, yeah, I was. I've left that thing on the entire time.
I'm going crazy.
All right. In that case, 16 minus 5, 11, not going to make it.
Okay.
21, though, will make it.
Crunch. And that's cold damage.
Okay.
25, 31 points.
25 points of damage. As you smack her, you watch as all three of them look at you and fire a blast at you. That was reckless, so at advantage. Does a 17 hit you?
No.
Okay.
Oof.
Well, one of those was chunky. 49 points of damage all day, unless there's resistances you have in.
No, I don't think so.
Ouch. It hurt.
And you take 2 more fury counters.
Okay. I'm at 4.
Welcome to the club.
Oh.
I'm mad.
You watch as you smack into this thing. As you smack into Ilrin, as the blow connects, simultaneously, these 3 specters fire a blast at you. 2 of them managing to connect, and you watch as the damage through the blast that has hit you transfers out and hits the ghost instead. And one of them fully disappears. But Ilrin does
Wait,
not look
like
like she's taken
it
damage.
rebounded onto the ghost, sort of, or?
Yep.
Okay. Does Ilrin need to make Constitution saving throws or concentration check?
She does need to make a concentration check. And failed. She's not going to burn a legendary resistance on that one.
Well, it'll lower the damage she does, right?
Yep, it will. All right, anything else, Tez?
That's it for me.
Okay. Top of initiative order. You feel there's another lurch in the ground as the temple seems to be moving. But you don't hear anything happen. It's not sudden enough this time. Like, it just feels like a progression of what has happened, but not sudden enough to make you guys start, needing to grab onto anything and maintain your footing. And none of you are right by the door, so never mind. We move on. Drost.
Okay, so I have my component pouch is it's got like literally all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna grab like off the top of my head, I think like a branch of holly or like just like random like stick or something like that that is part of a component for some spell, various things. I'm gonna find the most foresty thing that I can and toss it into the brazier in front of me.
Because you specifically mentioned a branch of holly, which I am aware is a requirement for for certain spells, you do pull that as a component out, and you chuck it into the brazier. No roll needed because it is a direct item from that biome. You watch as the brazier immediately ignites in a bright gout of blue and green fire.
Would that be an action to do that?
I'd say that's a free object interaction, and if you want to do a second thing, you can still.
Well, then I'm going to. I'll ask Loki, like, hey, do you have anything, either like sand or rocks or anything like that on you?
Pocket sand, go.
Because whatever one you don't have, I'm gonna go like I'm sure I've got like there's a pebble for like various spells, something like that I could use for the mountain. I'm sure I could find another stick in here for the other tree one. For the
I'm
water
not too
one, my
sure.
guess
Let
would
me
be
look at my.
like
Let me look in my explorers pack.
my guess is we could use, I don't know, there's water all over the floor here, right? We could probably scoop some up, dump it into one of the other braziers up by
I
the
got my water
tree.
skin that's full.
Oh, there you go. All right, I'm just gonna go over to however far I have to go. I probably can't reach from here. Oh, shoot. I probably can't reach from here, can I? Stay in his aura.
I mean, you could theoretically do it. I'd say it's going to be a little bit of a stretch, but
Well, then, as close as I can stay to Loki and still reach the mountain brazier, I'm gonna reach for like a pebble or some sort of stone or something like that out of my pouch and
okay.
toss it into the mountain brazier.
A little less common as a magical component. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I guess I don't have the spell, but I was thinking, what's the one where you can like magic rock? You can turn it into a
Yeah, magic
um,
stone.
yeah, magic stone.
23. Yeah, you're able to find some components that you would associate with like earth, dirt, a little bit of dirt, enriched soil, and you chuck it into the brazier and watch as that one lights up.
All right, guys, find something that you've got that matches where you'd find whatever's on the shout out. Light the brazier by putting something in it that matches what its insignia or whatever. Um, I have movement to get to another one, but I'm gonna assume that lighting two of them is the better part of my action and
It would be,
the searching through my pack. All right, I'm gonna just finish with my movement. Does this technically count as, I suppose, yeah, 5, 10 feet
I'm gonna count
from
it. Yeah,
Loki.
it's
Circles
within
are
10.
squares, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, then
Body
I
circle.
will end
All
here.
these squares make a circle.
And my plan is to cover these other two braziers down here on my next turn, unless
right.
someone else hit one of them. Anyways, that's it for me.
Tyler.
I'm back. Okay.
Hey, perfect timing. It's now your turn.
Excellent. All right.
Recap: Were you here for the last?
Not for the last minute.
Okay, so we discovered how to light the braziers. The two, the tree one here and the mountain one here are lit. They are lit by putting something from that biome into the corresponding brazier.
All right, cool.
Drost is searching through his component pouch, find random crap. I have no idea how we're going to get the sun ones.
I have an idea for the sun one. I really want to try it.
Okay. Well, it's your turn, so let's hear what you want to try.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I
I'm
suppose
gonna.
that's
Yeah.
the desert, right? So sand would work. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. For sun, I want to cast heat metal on one of them, like a low level heat metal.
Okay. I'm gonna say, give me a quick wisdom check.
Okay.
Um,
12. It's high enough. That's you just needed to beat a 10 for this. You, based on what Drost has told you, you don't think casting it on the brazier itself is going to work, but you think casting it on an item and then putting it in there might work. Now,
Okay.
there might be something with that, at least. Because as far as you can tell from what he's relayed to you, the item looks like it gets consumed.
Yeah, and it's got to be like a
Okay.
physical item, something that you
I
have
see.
on you or pick up off the ground or whatever.
Okay. Let's see.
And my guess, I mean, I don't know, this is maybe table talk, but we've got the two water braziers for the aquatic, and then the desert diorama thing probably is the sun. So like anything that you'd find in a desert would be sufficient potentially for
Yeah.
the sun.
I was thinking the first thing I think of in a desert is like heat.
Sure, yeah, that's legit.
You don't really have any. Well, actually, I have a flask of rum. I'm gonna pour out the rum and heat up the flask and put it in there.
Okay. Well, I was going to require a roll originally, because the idea, obviously, I know what you're going for, heat being associated with the desert. By the way, are you moving up to the brazier?
Yeah.
Because the one you're right next to is the aquatic one. Moment. Yeah, there we go. As you do, by the way, Ilrin does not even react to your movement. Doesn't
All right.
respond. Doesn't try to lash out at you or anything like that. I was going to require a roll originally because the idea of heat is a bit of an abstract concept.
Mm-hmm.
And the item originally, like a dagger or something like that, wouldn't have counted necessarily, and you maybe could have forced it with the intent. But you would definitely want to take a flask with you in the desert, or some kind of canteen, something with liquid in it. So as you cast heat metal on this flask and chuck it into the brazier, it is immediately consumed, and the brazier catches fire. That is your object interaction. What would you like to do?
I'm going to. Well, I already cast a spell, so was that technically my turn?
Oh yeah, no, you did cast a spell.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
that would be your turn. Finn, it's your go.
All right. Did I see her toss her flask in it and the torch lit?
You did.
I'm gonna take my water skin and toss it in this one in front of me. See if that works.
Instantly catches up. Water skin's completely gone, but the brazier is lit.
Sweet.
And that is your object interaction. Oh, wait, hold on. No, sorry. You're at 4 fury counters, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I am.
Sorry, we're going to roll that back a little bit. You look at her as she does that, and there would normally be a reaction. You would probably normally think out, this is what I should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're so pissed off about all of this. I need you to please roll me a d4 first. You kind of
right?
you kind of just look at this group around you, And then your eyes kind of stop on Drost.
Oh, fuck.
That fucking
shit.
nerd. This whole fight,
Oh, shit.
you've been getting smacked around, blasted, all of this, and this fucking nerd has just been running around figuring stuff out with magic. You kind of want to run up and smack him. Physically. Not even with magic. You want to backhand the bitch right now.
Alright, I'm gonna go fucking punch Drost.
You run up.
I don't even know. I don't even have unarmed as
Which is your
pre-prepared attack. So
which is your higher one? Strength or Dex?
Dex.
All right. Roll the attack with your Dex modifier. You're not proficient, so whatever your just straight Dex modifier is. Yep, 12. I don't think that hits
That
Drost.
doesn't hit my AC, no.
Did
you not throw that flask in there? That
He
one
did
was
not.
not lit?
That one is not lit. No, he did not have the mental clarity to achieve that.
I would have done it if you hadn't needed fucking punched in the face. I had to do that first.
What the hell?
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I get my fucking ass kicked. I know you got that rollback time shit.
Yeah, you throw the punch. Drost, you feel it land into your armor a little bit. It doesn't even really dent or anything. No damage taken or anything like that. Finn, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. 23. You feel a little bit of your anger has vented out at your after throwing this punch. Reduce your fury counter by 1.
Nice. God, I feel better. Thanks. All right, got that out of the way. Oh,
You're welcome.
yeah. Listen, buddy, fucking sort that shit out. I'll have to come
Damn
back
it.
here again.
Oh Lord.
We're such good friends.
I'm at 3 fury, so we're just gonna be duking it out back here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep,
Obviously
that-
for me.
Yep. Taylor, it is your turn. What are you at fury counter wise, Taylor?
I'm at 3.
Okay, noted.
Um,
You have this version of your aunt. Everyone's figured out the ritual, or they're working on getting stuff lit. But you've got a very clear and present threat right in front of you.
I have a question. If I shoot at my aunt, would that be at disadvantage because there's somebody right in front of me?
I would say no. You're not attacking the target right in front of you, so I think you're going to be fine.
Okay. Because I think I'm going to use a bonus action to face step
Okay.
over
Where
here.
are you moving? All right.
And right when I show up, I toss my water skin in and light that
Easily
brazier.
enough. The brazier lights as your object interaction.
And then I start shooting at my aunt.
All right. Please go ahead and roll me attacks. Ooh, barely hits on that second one, but both do hit.
Damn. Plus the hunter's mark for both. Oh, one's big damage there, buddy. God damn.
Or 26 total. Immediately on attack, both of the ghosts look right at you and blast at you. And completely whiff. Wow. 1 and a 2. Love that. Plus, you don't get more fury counters at this time, at least.
Nah, 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 nah.
Yeah, as the damage does sink in 26. All right. Anything else?
Does she need to make concentration checks for either of those?
That's right. That's right, she does.
So the DC would have been oh yeah, the damage wasn't over 20, so they both passed.
both. Yep, succeeds on both of those.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'll just stay right here.
All right. Loki, it's your turn. You watch as Finn looks like he was going to do something with the brazier and then immediately went and tried to deck Drost. Also, what fury counters are you at right now?
3.
3. Got it.
Well,
As long as I don't get punched in the face again, I should be able to get both of these two by me.
okay.
It's up to you, pal.
Okay. 30. No. Good. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm going to move up to this one, and I'm going to empty my water skin into it.
Okay. You reach up, pour a bunch of water into the brazier. Nothing happens.
Okay. And then I'm going to use...
Use that
Cure
fish in your
Wounds.
pocket.
Yeah, there's just a wild fish that he has on him.
Then I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for healing and mark off or reduce your fury counters by 1.
Yes. I'm doing that at 2nd level.
Okay. Yep, 10 HP back. And you feel a little calmer.
Okay. And then I'm done.
All right. It is her go. Now, I know Taylor, Drost, and Finn are at 3. Loki is now at 2. Tyler, what are you at?
I'm at 1.
Still 1. Tez, are you at 4? Was I counting right? Or are you at 3?
I'm up 4.
4. Got it. All right. 10. What a roll for someone who's already at max health. So, you watch. There is now this like blindingly red wreath of energy around her, as she is surrounded with power at the moment. She is going to channel, and you watch as the lightning flashes, but it is significantly reduced. As she did.
Yeah, I
have
think
one
she
failed.
failed one. She failed one of Tez's hits, and I think she made all the rest of her concentration checks.
Yep. So only one reduction of damage happening there, but I mean, 26 instead of 52 is not bad.
Right. Yeah.
Not when this tree's over half dead already. So, and then
We need to step it up.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything here right now. Oh wait, no, she does. That's reset by now. Okay. You watch as both of these ghosts do the weird osmosis thing, and
Fuck.
there are now 4 total on the field. And it is now all of their go. This one's gonna move. Would they realize what's going on? No, Ilrin's focus is split and they don't have a consciousness of their own. So, they're not focusing on the real act of the braziers, they're just going for open targets. Ooh. That one can do something, though. The one that has a flame blade out at Tez's back looks away, looks down, like flies up a little bit, looks down the line, and is going to do a lightning bolt. I need a dex saving throw from Loki, Finn, and Drost.
Oh, I don't have any aura either. Where are we? Here we go. Disregard that 3.
Yep, Finn and Drost, you're both going to take max damage.
That one's
Loki's...
gonna hurt a little.
You got lucky. Oh my god.
Wow.
19
That's
points of
rough.
lightning damage, halved to... God damn it, halved to 9 for Loki. God, 1, 2, 2... Literally over half of them were 1s and 2s. Way over half, the majority of them.
And I'll move you back at 4, sir.
Yep,
Yes.
you are back at 4. Drost should be at 4.
Yep.
And Loki is up to 3.
Hey, Tyler, you got one of those big healy
It's coming.
I'm hurting.
There's that one. This one is going to fly up a little bit and blast down at Tez. And completely whiff that shot. Two here. One's going to run and chase you, Taylor. One's going for Tyler. Both of them draw flame blades and attack. Against Tyler, that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
7 points of fire damage.
All right.
If you have resistance, it's halved.
Cool.
And then... assuming a 14 doesn't hit Taylor.
That's a whiff.
Yep. Your fury counters are safe for the moment.
AC 16.
Yeah, as they both go and swing at you guys. And that is all 4 of them. Tez! Old buddy, old pal, you're at 4 fury counters, right?
Yup.
I need you to roll me a d4, please.
Okay.
3. Could have been worse. I'm going to tell you that right now. It could have been a lot worse. As it stands, you have 4 targets that are within easily, running range. That one ghost that just tried to shoot at you back here really pisses you off right now.
Oh. Okay.
You want to go hit it.
I'm gonna hit it.
I run away. I run towards him.
Okay.
What?
Go ahead and make all of your attacks at reckless, please.
Mm-hmm.
As right now the rage is in control of you. Both of those are going to hit. Roll damage. Even with the Great Weapon Master, which we're going to count on it.
Cool.
And with that, you absolutely obliterate that one.
Oh,
Those numbers, Jesus.
get out of here.
And you feel your rage not fully subside, but temper just a little bit as it bleeds out. You're back to 3.
Sweet. Cool.
And that is
That's
your
it.
turn.
That's it for me.
Drost. Why the fuck did
Um,
Finn just hit you?
Damn it all. Oh, I'm at 4.
You're at 4.
All right, come here, Finn.
Yeah.
Is it just a dexterity check?
Yeah, if you're throwing a punch.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you're not. I don't know if you have any weapons or that you're proficient with or anything like
I
that.
mean, I don't have any. I mean, simple weapons, but I don't even have one. I'd probably have a dagger, I guess.
We'll do punch then. Yeah. Finn punched you. Fuck him. Punch him back.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Punch him right in his dumb mouth. And miss him.
Yeah, Finn, you watch as like you felt a little bit better, and now you're pissed off at Drost again as you turn around
This
and look at him.
motherfucker just took a swing at me.
He did.
It's
He
probably
really
the
fucking
first
did.
punch I've ever thrown.
And that is your entire turn right there that just happened. As you feel a little bit of
Excellent.
like you do it, you throw the punch, it completely whiffs. Like Finn doesn't even. It's fully telegraphed. Finn just kind of backs up and looks at you, incredulous with this, and that look on his face of like, why the fuck did you just do that? Puts like a little bit of shame in you, and you're like, oh god, why the fuck did I do that? And you bleed off down back to 3.
I can't wait for all the conversations we're going to have after this combat.
Mhm.
You guys are gonna have to go back to that one temple and get therapy all over again.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go do therapy.
Gonna go talk to Isis about
Group
this.
group
Or
session.
Isis.
Yeah, group session again. All right, that is your turn. I missed initiative count 20, but at initiative count 20, you feel another sudden shift, and a bit of water starts pouring into the room.
Oh, no.
It was already like a little below ankle deep at this point. It's a little farther up your leg. Tyler. It's your go.
Okay.
There are still 4 braziers unlit. You have a very pissed off ghost right in front of you.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds. So it'll hit everybody.
All right. Everybody gets 18 points of health back and can mark 1 fury counter down. As cooler heads prevail just a little bit.
Hooray.
All right, man, I get it. I took a swing at you, you took a swing at me, we're even.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was doing there.
I knew what I was doing. Fucking right and a wrong. I still got 3 rage points, man. I'm not fucking happy about the situation. I'm just not throwing punches.
I'm going to. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast to use hidden paths and teleport over to the tree brazier.
Okay.
And then in the brazier I'm gonna. I think that'll have to wait till next turn, but
I'd say you still have an object interaction and you're able to do something since your main action was mostly healing everybody, so.
okay. She's gonna think of bark and then put one of her. She's gonna sacrifice a mushroom that's been in her pocket forever now. I have 1 gray unknown mushroom. I'm gonna
1
put it.
gray unknown mushroom.
I'm gonna put it in there.
All right. You throw the mushroom in there, and it does ignite. The mushroom is consumed, and there is now a gout of blue and green flame in the brazier. You do watch as there's a little green cloud that disappears from it for half a
Cool.
second.
Glad I didn't need that. I put props food.
as that one is now lit as well.
Great.
All right. Finn, you don't feel like punching anyone right at the moment, necessarily, and the brazier right by you is lit.
Well, I don't know how the fuck to light mountain or the water one, so I guess I'll just shoot a ghost.
All right.
Not carrying any rocks or pebbles?
Nope. I got my powers from an unearthly pact, not by studying. Okay, yeah, so I guess I'll shoot the ghost by Tyler and try to push it. I'll push it back.
This one? All right.
Yep.
All three of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Boom. Oh, there you go.
Ooh. So close to killing it.
I pushed it 30 feet.
Yep. You push it basically into Tez at this point. But it is still barely there.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I'll just stay where I'm at.
Let me ask you this. How is Finn feeling about right now, like with this level of like rage? You comfortable with it? Feel natural to him?
I mean, it's a little dialed up a little bit. Usually it's a little more intense than it is normally.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I think you kind of realize that. Like, you look a little bit back at Drost, and like, you got mad at him earlier and wanted to punch him, but then you kind of realize, like, now that you've simmered down a little, Drost throwing a punch is like the most undrost thing you could think of.
Yeah.
And you kind of like thinking, you're like, okay, take a breath, like figure something out. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw as a bonus action. You feel a little more of the anger bleed off. Go ahead and mark off another fury counter. All of you, for the duration of the fight, at any point, if you don't use your bonus action your round, you are welcome to use a bonus action to try and let a little bit of that anger bleed off.
Sweet. There we
Provided you aren't already at 4 counters and
Yeah.
trying to smack something. If you have your wits, you can try meditation. All right. Any movement or anything?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Taylor, you had a ghost on you. Now you don't.
Quick question. What we're putting in these braziers is stuff that would actually pertain to the biome that it's in?
Based on what you've been hearing Drost and your sister talk about, yes.
Okay.
Somehow related or associated with it.
Is there some coral on the ground nearby me?
Well, I happen to know you have a fairly decent passive perception and passive investigation. Yeah, there
I mean,
is.
I can see some right here on the map, so...
Yeah. There's
So I'm gonna
there's some
run,
coral. There's some
grab
coral right
that.
on the ground.
Run, grab that, and run over to the water thing and throw it in.
You dunk it like Shaq and the brazier lights up.
3 points! Do I still have
Hell yeah.
my action?
You do.
Oh, goody! I'm gonna shoot her.
All right. Go ahead and take a shot. Take both shots, in fact. Both of those are going to hit.
Let's see what this trash hunter's mark damage is. Far better than last time.
32. All right. So, they are going to attack you.
Deepers.
Assuming all 3 of those hit.
Oh, sorry, I was typing something in another chat. Where? No, oh yeah, all those hit.
Ouch.
Ow.
You get just pummeled with multiple blasts as all 3 of them hone in on you, having shot at Ilrin. immediately fire back at you, and through this like link of anger and pain, the damage you dealt to your aunt flies into one of them and dissipates.
Okay, I'm typing in all this damage right now.
Should be 57.
22, 14, or 40.
I just totally
57.
mistyped.
57 total.
I suppose unless you're resistant to it.
Okay.
Oh, did she?
I was at 69. You said
make any-
57 damage?
57 total.
Okay, that puts me at 12 hit points.
Oh dear.
The Kingdom Hearts alarm music is playing now.
And
All right.
that's my turn.
Oh, and you take 3
She
fury
make a-
counters.
Oh, yeah, so I'm pissed.
Oh, that's. Does she make a concentration check for those 2 hits?
He
Does-
is about to.
Does that put me above 4?
It does.
Okay, I'm at 5.
She fails both of those.
Worth it.
All right. Loki.
Oh, Lord.
Brazier,
Okay.
right in front of you hasn't been lit yet. You did just watch as Taylor went and scooped some coral up and dunked it, and it seemed to work.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. This place is littered with pieces of coral at this point since the tree's falling apart.
Yes.
The question is, how's his dunk look?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just being silly.
I suppose. You know what? No, I'll pose the question. Hey, Loki, are you trying to make it look cool?
Oh my god. Yes, like MJ.
Give me a performance check.
Roll for slam dunk.
Nice.
If there was a backboard, it's gone. Shattered into 1,000 pieces. You slam that piece of coral, and the gout of fire is 20 feet tall. And that one is now lit.
And it knocks
Okay.
the brazier over and it burns the ghost.
Then I'm going to
If
use
only.
Cure Wounds on Tyler. Yeah,
You mean Taylor?
You mean Taylor?
Taylor. Yes,
All right, yeah. You run over.
Taylor.
Yes, that would be helpful.
You run over and you cast Cure Wounds on him. Go ahead and roll for that, and then Taylor, you're down to 4 at least.
Woohoo! Sorry for what's going to happen.
You get 18 back.
It's back up to 30. That's far better than I was.
Yep. Now you have plenty of hit points for when you hit Loki, and then he gets mad at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and that'll be it.
It is Ilrin's turn. She has so many freaking hit points at this point. I'm not even going to bother rolling for that amount. You guys do watch. There is like the flash of energy, and it doesn't seem to change anything. She's kind of topped off at this point. But she does channel. Okay. That's going to be 28, 14. That's, yeah. Did not deal a lot with that run. But it happened. Well, I see 2 perfect lines going on right here.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
she still has
No,
plenty
you
of
don't.
spells. I need everybody to please roll me some dexterity saving throws, as both of the ghosts do entirely opposite lightning bolts. Jesus Christ.
I think. Oh crap! I've completely been forgetting about my spell shield, which made practically no difference.
Okay. Finn and Drost are the only ones taking full damage. So both of you take 29 points of lightning. The rest of you take halved down to 14. And everybody's fury counters go up by 1.
Yay, back to 5.
Oh,
Other than
damn.
Tez. Sorry, Tez is fine. Tez actually took no damage and didn't even have to roll. You watch as the ghost right in front of you, Tez, shoots a lightning bolt and not at you, and it kind of pisses you off a little bit, but not enough to up your fury counter.
Oh,
You feel snubbed, if anything. This thing ignored you, even though you're right there in melee with it.
So it was 29 halved, then halved again.
Do you have resistance to lightning damage?
Oh, it's lightning. Oh, sorry for some
Yeah,
reason. I thought it was
lightning
fire.
bolt, not fire.
No.
Yeah. Then yeah, 14 points of lightning for you. That is their go. Tez, this ghost ignored you.
I'm gonna hit him.
Go ahead and roll.
Um,
Oh wait, what fury counters are you at right now?
3.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You can choose your target. You can choose Ilrin proper again if you want to. By the way, you feel like you're a little more back in control.
Yeah, I'll run over and swipe at her
All right, go ahead and roll.
recklessly.
With great weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With great weapon, one of the first one misses. The second one still hits.
Nice.
27 points force damage. Both of them are going to see you do that and shoot at you. Was reckless. Oh, one of those is going to be a little nasty.
Holy shit.
Oh, is this on me?
Yep, both of these are on you.
Okay.
Let's see, 19, 30, 35.
48, 58.
58. Yeah,
Okay.
58 points of damage to you. As the strike you try to land on Ilrin seems to get deflected, and that ghost right by you evaporates. Ilrin does need to make a con check, and is failing that one. All right. And you take 2 more fury counters as well.
Okay. It's 5.
All right.
Oh shit.
And unfortunately, because you're at 5, you can't use your bonus action to try and bleed that off. So.
Okay.
Brings us to initiative count 20. More water floods into the room from the door and various spots you can't see. As the water level rises, it is now difficult terrain in here to move around. It's just shy of hip deep for most of you. Drost.
I'm gonna root around in that component pouch for a rock, anything that I can get out of a mountain. Basically, another rock.
Okay. Just making sure you're not at 4 counters, right?
No, I'm at 3.
Perfect. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, sorry, I had advantage on from.
That's fine. Either one of those is more than high enough. Yeah, you're able to find, once again, a little like sachet of dirt and earth that would perfectly fit this.
Yeah, I toss it in.
All right. You toss it in, brazier lights. All 8 braziers have now been lit. You watch as the fire from all 8 rises. Oh, I almost wait for fucking Zach to get back. Oh. because
That's
this is what
fine,
we're
yeah.
about to end on. Yeah, let's wait a minute because Zach, I want Zach to. We're about to end on this. What just happened?
I'm back. I'm good.
Perfect. You watch as Dross throws this last component, into this final brazier. Brazier ignites with all 8 braziers now lit. The fire from each one of them rises up and coalesces into the center of the room, blasting right at the tree. You watch as the tree begins to just slowly glow with blue and green energy, and there is a flash of white, and you hear a guttural scream coming from your aunt, twins. And that is where we're going to end for the night.
Ooh.
Oof.
Cliffhanger!
Yay!
Anyone swim?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.